This
I had coffee in my
Negro,
mouth. Hi.
this Negro needs to be on the whole other side of the world to get on here on time. I see.
Hey, I got up and had coffee to make sure I was awake and ready, okay? It's 10 a.m. here, my love.
Yes, it is.
So I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready for the fuckery.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Pablo, aka Grandma's favorite grandson, aka the bearded wonder, aka the pod boss, aka Pod's gift, aka Pod's favorite. CEO of that thing of ours, SMG. Mr. More AKAs and HBCU, pinkies up. And we are here with another wonderful Thursday Night Live. And I'm here, as always, with my dearest friend, Konnichiwa, and all that good stuff.
Hey, y'all.
It's
Christina McCrary on Facebook, aka Xtina McCrazy. Find me on TikTok and Instagram. Host of McCrazy's Place on YouTube, and that also has an Instagram. And co-host of Thursday Night Live. That brings the fuckery.
Absolutely. And I'd like to shout out PGC Media for allowing us to stream live on their Facebook platform. And shout out to Leo. Shout out to Leo and all them people, fine people over there. And you all the good folks over that parts. If you don't know, what we do there each and every Thursday, we talk about the news. And anything that took place during the week. And
calling it?
Yeah, we're gonna call it the news. We're gonna call it that. Okay. So, right after we got off last week, the verdict in the Tory Lanez trial came out, and he is guilty on all 3 charges. He is possibly getting 20 years, but most likely he's getting deported back to Canada and he won't be able to come back. How do you feel about that?
I think people have to deal with the consequences of their actions.
Okay. Speaking of his dad, Sunstar, came out after the trial and he blamed everybody and their mama except for his son.
Why you didn't tell your son not to shoot people?
He said it's Jay-Z's fault.
How the fuck is
Roc Nation's fault?
How?
Because he said that Jay-Z tried to sign Tory. Tory told him no. So he says Jay-Z feels away and he's plotting he put all these pieces together to get him out of here because he manages Meg. So he said he puts all the pieces together, the diabolical plot that Sean Carter had put together to get him out of here.
In the realm of Sean Carter's world, fly on some shit in the backyard from one of the dogs. Okay? What? That man. Did Jay-Z create a CGI of Tory with a gun in his hand shooting Meg and then it happened? Because what?
Apparently.
What?
Apparently.
Who listens to a bald man with a part? He needs to go sit down somewhere. How you bald and got him?
And then not only did he say something, Tory's little sister says, all 8-year-old of her, you were trying to damage my brother's reputation, and then walk off.
And you ought to be ashamed of yourself for using an 8-year-old little girl as a prop. She don't have no idea what the hell is going on. Y'all ain't shit. Ain't none of y'all shit. Send them all back to Canada.
He said it's not over. They're going to of course, appeal all that good stuff. So
let me tell you how I'm gonna come out
Uh-huh.
so good at the end of all this because they just keep on fucking with her. Don't she have another lawsuit going for some other bullshit with her record label where they tried to say that the album she put out didn't count toward her album count or some bullshit?
Yep, and the judge threw that out. Says yes, it does count for her album count.
Why y'all keep fucking with her? Leave her fuck alone.
She's winning. She's winning.
Right.
I don't know why they keep playing with her.
Miserable ass haters.
So now the question is towards Daystar and Sunstar. If I hate them names. If Daystar did not shoot Meg, who did?
Well, maybe she made it all up because she's in cahoots with Jay-Z and this whole plot. So they, made it up together. And, Jay-Z, he got all the money and stuff, so he can make this shit look real,
He can. He definitely can.
Fucking retarded ass bullshit.
So, there is a man. There is a man that spent $12,500 to turn himself into a dog.
Story worse?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the whole story. Hold on.
Our incorrect number, it was $14,500. So $2,000 more than what you said.
Oh yeah, 14. I'm sorry, excuse me. Actually, it was $14,854 to be exact. But he's scared that his friends would think he's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very distinct possibility. But here's my thing. You think your friends are going to think it's weird, but now it's out there for the world who is not your friends to know. So now everybody thinks you're fucking weird. So
first of all, it's in pounds. So I'm not mad at him at all. Because if it was American dollars, I'm like, oh man, he really wasted his bread. But it's in pounds. He all right.
I don't know. I think I heard he was Japanese, which just makes me like, why you gotta fucking embarrass the Japanese people, bruh? But his name is Toko. Hello Kitty is supposed to actually be a girl, so who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
I will say, going back to my own core values and things, he's not hurting anybody. So if he wants to be a dog and clearly he can fucking afford to do this shit, then so be it.
All I'm saying is whoever did that is amazing. Because if that was next to me, I would have swore that's a dog.
Yep. So live your best dog life, I guess.
Look at that.
I mean, if he's happy, why does he care if people thinks he's weird?
He looks happy.
He does look happy.
He looks very happy.
Still weird as fuck, but I'm happy if he's happy.
So you mean to tell me if I come to you like, hey, I'm gonna be a dog. You know me weird? I'm weird.
You know me. I'm gonna tell you that's weird as fuck, but more power to you. If it makes you happy, buddy, go ahead. But I'm still gonna tell you weird as fuck because that's.
But can I still kick it though? That's the question.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm on the ground. I'm a dog. I'm chilling.
That's fine. You weird as fuck, but you the homie, so.
Okay, then what about if one of your other friends come? How you gonna talk about me? That's all I want to know. I want to make sure.
The same way I mean, you gonna be right there. I don't say
right?
shit behind the back
That's what I'm
that I
saying.
don't
Like,
say.
so
So
they come in like, yo, what the
be like,
fuck?
my friend George, don't say no fucked up shit to him. He's weird. Leave him alone.
He's weird. Leave him alone.
Hey, you the homie. I acknowledge that it's strange, but that's the homie. Shit.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. The homie weird, bro. Don't even worry about it. Let's just keep
Yeah,
moving.
that's just hey.
So,
At him and keep it pushing. I don't want to rub his belly, but you know, hey.
Gervonta Davis, aka Tank, he's a boxer. Literally, a boxer. He was arrested. I believe he's now released. I think he paid the bond for domestic violence a week before his championship fight next week. He has left Mayweather Productions or management, whatever that's called. And he's out here on his own. And yeah, he's in trouble for the most part. He said he didn't do it. He put a whole paragraph out on Instagram because that's where you gotta put it at. Saying I didn't do it. I ain't touch anybody. They lying. They just mad at me. So they trying to hurt me a week before my fight.
So when I saw this come up on my IG feed and I kind of skimmed over it, whatever, all it said was domestic violence. It didn't really have any details. And I was like, I don't know what's happening because there's not enough details. So I don't know who he supposedly beat up. I don't know.
It'll be his child's mom.
Okay.
And they said he might have touched his child as well.
Damn.
Like hit his child. So they said he may have beat up his kid and his child's mom.
Okay. So.
But he said he didn't do that. He's not an animal. He's not a monster. Don't put that on him.
I wasn't there. I don't know whether he did it or not.
Right.
What I will say is, as a professional boxer, you damn sure shouldn't be putting your hands on anybody.
Nope.
At all. I mean, you should keep your hands to yourself anyway. But the fact that a professional boxer, sir, your hands are lethal weapons.
And he's a knockout artist. Like, that's what he does. So,
but he wasn't. Just the fact that a boxer, period. When you box another boxer, that boxer is, trained and like ready to take punches and stuff like that. That's all part of the sport.
Right.
But you as a boxer putting your hands on someone who is not a boxer adds a whole nother layer. Because like I said, bottom line, you ain't supposed to be putting your hands on nobody anyway. But as a boxer, you putting your hands on somebody adds an extra layer of some shit. Mm-hmm. So I really hope you didn't do it. And if you did, I hope they throw you under the jail because, sir, you have lethal weapons as hands.
Yeah. And they're pulling up old footage and old things. There's footage of him grabbing her before a fight, talking about, come on, let's go. He's very aggressive with her. So, yeah, they're going to try to make an example out of him. I hope he didn't do it. He's from my city, so I can't say too much about him because we're very small here. But yeah,
I don't know him like that, but I hope he didn't do it for the sake of not only that woman, because battered women, period, but for that child, because the trauma that the trauma that we're causing these children, is.
And I don't think he did it. Just because how close it is to the fight.
Okay.
I think he's more controlled than that. I believe, he has anger issues, but I do believe he knows the fights next week. The fight is what I'm worried about. So,
and if the fight is next week and he's in training and all that anyway, even if he did get pissed off and need to blow off steam,
right,
that's just a harder training regimen for you to get in there and like, let me use this shit to win this fight next week.
Right.
So I don't know.
But yeah,
I hope he didn't do it.
I hope he didn't do it. But
he's
done some things. He's done some things that got him in trouble. They took his belts away a couple of times. So
yeah, but just because you do one thing that gets you in trouble doesn't mean you do everything that you're accused of. Come on,
when you're black and famous, it does.
Well, yes, but we're talking about reality, not white people.
When you're black and famous,
we're talking about being black in white people's reality.
Right. Ask Chris Brown. Like he can't have people over his house because somebody want to say something. So.
Right. So there you go. Yeah. But yeah, I hope he didn't do it. But if he did, I hope he has to deal with the consequences of his actions.
Yep.
It's only fair.
Yeah. Speaking of dealing with the consequences of their actions,
Andrew
Tate and his brother Tristan are in Romania. And they're going to be in Romania for a little while now.
I literally just saw that when I came on to get the link to come live. I literally saw the headline and was like, oh, that's interesting. But let's go back to yesterday's headline where this fucker was trolling Greta Thunberg. I have all these Ferraris and Maseratis and I have this and that and the other. But let me tell you how that girl, how you get burned by a 16-year-old, bruh. Just burned.
They're different, man. These young kids are different.
I love it. I love this next generation, and I think they are going to fucking make serious waves.
Yes, absolutely.
These kids are not fucking with the stupidity.
So, for those who don't know, Andrew Tate, I call him a troll, but they call him a life coach and relationship expert. He's in
Except
the vein,
that all of his following are like 13 and 14-year-old boys. Right. The fuck?
He's in the vein of a Kevin Samuels or Derek Jackson, but he's way more toxic. He takes that toxic to a whole nother level. He was the first people to call women sixes. You know, before Kevin Samuels did it, Andrew Tate did it. But yeah, they got caught up. Him and his brother got caught up for human trafficking in Romania. And if you're thinking about human trafficking, Romania is one of them countries that pops in your head of, yeah, we're going to grab some of those and bring them over here. He said he didn't do it, of course. But yeah, they're going to be over in Romania for a little while.
So I don't know if he did it or not. Mm-hmm. But if he did,
he got to stay.
Again.
Yeah, he got to stay.
I would like him to stay there anyway, because don't nobody want back over here. But
so is this the you did this to yourself? No one's going to feel sorry for you. You're going to have to dig yourself out of this. That's where he's at right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because that's the other thing. So just what we were just talking about on the other side, because you've done things wrong before, whatever, right? But this is like literally you're a fucking terrible person is what you've done before.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything positive.
Everything you've done before has been being a terrible fucking person. Mm-hmm. Not you made a mistake or like, and then when you get called out, you double down.
Yep.
So even if you didn't do it, mm-hmm. I don't feel sorry for you because your karma is super fucked up.
Yeah. He said you're supposed to be hated. That's how people remember you.
Well,
so
there you
don't
go.
Have to like me.
Don't look for love now that you're being fucking held for human trafficking then, because we're all supposed to hate you and that's what you wanted. Good mm-hmm. job, buddy. Just
Yeah,
saying.
I saw that. I said it could not have happened to him. Like if you're that much of a troll, you supposed to stay low until it's time for you to talk again. Like you ain't
No,
really
his
doing nothing
ego's
extra.
too big.
Yeah.
His ego is too fucking big. He's a narcissist through and through. He was never going to sit down and be quiet and lay low. That's why he's trolling a 16-year-old with how many cars he has. Like she fucking cares.
You don't care about the cars.
No. The fact that you as a grown man thought you needed to fucking pick at a child, period.
Right.
You dumb. I got a whole bunch of choice words that
Right.
you got a censor button. Just do the long string of beeps, because that's
do the long string of beeps.
Because that's how I feel about that guy. And I hope he gets everything he deserves.
Yeah. I agree with that one.
He's just a terrible human being.
And I don't dislike a lot of people, but listening to what he says, he's on that list of people I just do not like. So,
I mean, I don't know him, so I don't like or dislike him.
Right? I don't like him. Like I don't know him either, but his representative that he shows, I don't like that person.
Well, and what I'm saying is what he shows is a terrible person. So you go get all the terrible person shit that you deserve, sir.
Okay.
And it's not a like or dislike feeling. It's just you put out a lot of bullshit and all that shit's going to come back.
And it came back fast too. It wasn't.
That's how karma works.
Sheesh. So there's a man in London who tried to get a job, and he could not get hired. One, he was dressed improperly. He had on sweatpants, but he has a reason why he has on sweatpants. He's 9.5 inches long, flaccid, 7 inches in diameter, flaccid. So he needs sweatpants because there's no pants that can hold what he has. So the lady said he was dressed improperly and she was too distracted, so she did not hire him. How do you feel about that?
A tough one, because boy, gray sweatpants. Jesus Christ. But if that is the case, he has to have tried to figure out how to like strap it to your leg, tuck it back a little bit, roll it up, put it in. You have to figure out something. You can't just be walking out with that thing loose like that.
Roll it up. Did you?
I'm just saying. Special made jock strap. I don't know. You gotta. What?
He can't tuck it.
I don't know how to feel about that.
You know,
congratulations, or I'm sorry. I don't know.
So, before I show
talk
you
about a blessing and a curse.
You want to see what he look like?
Don't do that to me.
Do you want to see what he look like?
I kind of do. You know I do.
Here we go. Here he is.
Shut up. Is this for real?
That's him. That's for real. You can Google him. That same picture will pop up.
He looks like he's the size that you just explained.
He's 9.5.
That nigga's neck don't even fit his head. What the hell is happening here? You just all disproportioned.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Clearly, because what? Ew. Never mind on the gray sweatpants. I'm cool.
You sure?
Yeah.
See, he blurred out.
That's fine. He's pasty as fuck too. That's gross. I don't like. See, he's got to be able to.
He wears special underwear to keep his manhood
Okay.
in check. But I guess
Okay.
his slacks were too close, and HR wasn't feeling it.
No, you said he was wearing sweatpants.
Right. But he said he had like worked something. So I guess it's, I don't know.
If he has special undies, he should have put on the proper clothing. But ew, that changes everything for me. I don't like the pasty skin.
My massive, the C word. So my question.
I haven't had breakfast yet. Can you stop?
My question for you, right? You are HR. My man comes in there with the tight fitting whatever, and his 9.5 by 7 is bulging. Will you snub him, or you gonna give him a shot at the work?
Dude, I don't know, because I can't work in HR. I don't have the right temperament, the right attitude. I know this about myself. I know what my limitations are. Because if he walks into my office, I'm going to be like, sir, you do realize you're at a job interview, right? Like, why do I see all your junk? And then we're going to have a conversation about it. And then I'm probably going to be in trouble because that's not appropriate.
She thought he came in there with an erection and it was flaccid.
Right. So I'm saying, like, it's kind of a fucked up situation because it's HR. You can't really, like, say nothing about it. You know what I mean? So she did that, if that's what she was thinking, and then not really being able to talk about it to clarify or whatever.
Right.
I feel where she's coming from. But that's why I said I can't be in HR, because if you come in like that, I'm going to be like, yo, bruh, what's cracking? This is not okay.
What's cracking? West Coast Productions is down the hall.
I don't. That's why I be in trouble, because I speak my mind. And that's why I couldn't work in HR, because we would have had to have a conversation.
Trosh, what up?
Hi. But yeah, that's a tough one. That is a fucking tough one, sir. You need to get some more special underwear and some special slacks too. Cause either that or wait. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Why are you looking for a job, sir?
He needs a job.
Well, he's a shoo-in for the porn industry, clearly.
Yeah.
Maybe you're looking at the wrong place, sir.
For the job from a huge bulge.
Well, sir, you need to go on ahead and go run the fucking porn industry. Gone. You got that X factor they need over there.
Okay, so he had on trousers. He said, my suit trousers are well fitting and very tight. So he has those British 007 pants, and he got too much for that.
Well, that's also on him. He should have bought him a size larger, because he got some extra packages in there. He should know better. You can't wear fucking skinny jeans, sir.
So they thought he was a good candidate, but they told him you're not going to get the job because he walked in with an erection. That wasn't an erection. Can he sue? Can he sue? That's all I want.
I was going to say, is he going to sue?
Because if you say I'm a good candidate and you
an interesting case to see how it plays out.
You know what I mean? Like, you made the assumption that I came in on hard. I'm not on hard. This is just me.
No, what he should do, he should just put a disclaimer at the top of his resume. I'm not hard.
Right. So that's just like a teacher who has, curves, and they put on a dress. They can't help what they look like in the dress. He can't help what he looked like in his trousers. Get that man his job. He can work remote. Work remote.
That might be the way to do it. Okay, we'll just let you work remote, sir, so
Yeah.
that everyone don't think you walking around hard all the time. I mean, he has to have encountered this in other places. He doesn't get weird looks when he's out walking in the street or like, come on.
He
You look
probably
like
wears. That's probably where he wears the sweatpants. When he goes outside, he probably wears the sweatpants.
But that's what I'm saying. You look like a perv. I mean, I'm sorry. I know that that's not the, but you know what I'm saying? If you look
Right.
like you're walking around with a huge erection all the time, you look like a perv. Have you not encountered something before?
Mm-hmm. Somebody had to say something.
Had to have. This can't have been the first time.
Well, he's still out of work, and we'll see how that goes.
I'm saying he should just sell meat. Had enough of it.
Akon defends Nick Cannon and having all them babies.
Akon also has multiple wives.
Nick Cannon, and he's spreading off his seed.
100%. I agree with him 1,000%. That's how life is supposed to be.
No.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this is
No.
See,
hold on,
wait.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on.
He's rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes care of
No.
every one of
Okay,
those
but-
children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mothers with it. And they hurt for nothing. And they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what about the time? No.
He's there for every
How?
one of them.
How? There's no way that you can
Are
be...
you serious?
Are you-
Nick? It's there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you could have...
Yes,
no
it is.
kid.
I got 9. And I'm there for every one of them.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who cares about a recital?
No.
My job, no, seriously, my job is to, listen, my job is to raise my...
Do you agree like Nick Cannon?
His job is to raise his kids and make sure they want for nothing. Akon. Recital is a white man thing.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I love you take a deep breath and say that.
Because like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I already said it's a good thing Nick has the money that he does, because between TV shows and productions and companies and all the things that he's doing,
yep,
he'll have the money
he will have
to
the
pay
money.
therapy for them dozen fucking kids with 6 baby mamas.
Yes,
Because he does not have the time
he can't have the time.
with all those children. There's no fucking way.
Right.
And maybe to you, Akon, recitals are a white men thing. But if your child is involved in some kind of an activity, whatever the fuck that activity may be, when they're showcasing it, which let's say they do dance, when they're ready to showcase it, they do a recital. Do you not think your child wants to have you be there to support them?
Mm-hmm.
Whether the white men ting or not. Whatever the fuck that, do you know how many goddamn boring ass little fucking bullshit ass school assembly bullshits I went to? Hated every minute of some of it, but I was there. You know why? Because you support your fucking kids. That's why.
Yep, absolutely.
Money is not everything. And some of the most well-adjusted kids can come from poverty, because if they have the love and the time and the affection and shit that they need, they'll be okay. Now, your children will be okay from a material standpoint, but are you paying attention to their mental health? Are you paying attention to their emotional needs?
He can't.
No, because he doesn't have the time.
Yeah. He's at the photo shoots though.
Right.
He had the photo shoots. He had the
right.
births.
Yeah, I saw all the Christmas family pictures with the match and all the bullshit.
Yep.
Do their kids even really know you?
The 2 oldest. That's it.
Right. And it's a genuine question. How
Yeah.
well do all the children know you, especially when you're popping them out every 3 months?
Speaking of, shout out to Nick Cannon. Number 12 came out a couple of days ago. Legendary. Number 12.
I just worry for those children, because then the other thing too is everybody keeps saying, well, the moms don't care. Yeah, the moms are being well fucking paid.
Oops. Sorry.
The moms are being well fucking paid to keep their mouth shut and do what they do.
Yep.
Clearly they agreed, and they probably have NDAs, and they probably have, this man is rich.
Rich.
They got contracts and shit in place. Of course, they're well taken care of monetarily. But what I'm worried about is the mental health of these children, the emotional health of these children, because just like we talked about, everybody's traumatized from their fucking childhood, and now you got a bunch of fucking mentally damaged and emotionally broken people walking around.
True.
Not okay.
Okay. Look at you. You're a professional. Speaking of mentally damaged people, another Segu, a podcast, which we will not name, a man said, women waste their best years on toxic men and then want good men when they become, his words, not mine, damaged goods and are on the clearance rack. You will not get those type of podcasts at Sarah Kerrigan's, but I'll just let you know. But that's what he said.
To the man who said that, suck my dick.
So you say that, but about 50 to 60% of the comments, the women were agreeing.
Well, pick-me's will agree. And while
you don't agree with that,
don't forget to cup the balls, because what?
Yeah. He said y'all waste y'all good years on the bad boys.
Here, let me tell you something. It's really, really interesting. These fucking men that want pure women.
110%.
If a woman decides that she doesn't want to have sex with you, that's a problem. Where are you going? Who are you fucking? And then leaving pure. Where are these pure women when you're out here? The logic, the fucking logic, the goddamn motherfucking logic.
So the problem I have with that statement is all in the verbiage. It's not just women who do that. Men do the same thing. Men waste good years with toxic women and don't want the ones that truly care about them. That goes both ways. So it's not just women saying, "Oh, I want the bad boy. The good guy can wait."
It's not even necessarily a bad boy thing. It's when you're young and you're in your 20s and all of that kind of shit, you're fucking horny as shit. That's what it is. You're out there fucking around. You want somebody that you find sexy. You don't know what's good for you yet. You're out there learning and growing and figuring it out, and shit happens.
Shit do happen.
Now, men are also out there fucking around and figuring things out and all of that. So how the fuck do you then get to turn around and tell a woman that she's damaged goods because she's had sex before? Nigga, if you was out having sex, who the fuck would you be having sex with if not women?
But
y'all can go fuck each other then and we'll stay pure.
But you know the keyhole analogy that men use for women, you know. One key open up a whole bunch of keyholes, but but you can't have a bunch of keys opening the same hole. That type of thing. I only say that because somebody put it in there like, don't say this shit in here because that's not going to fly anymore. So that's all.
How about stop being so fucking insecure and live your fucking life? How about that? Because where the fuck my vagina has been is really none of your business.
So when you don't care.
Who?
You. Like, you don't care if a man been with a bunch of women?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking.
It's not my business.
Okay.
How the fuck am I at 47 fucking years old gonna have anything to say about what another man, probably my age, because I'm not a fucking cougar, has done in 47 or so years?
True.
Everybody has a life before you come along. Unless we're 12 and 13, I'm probably going to be experienced in some way.
So, how about...
And you need realistic.
How about if a man is unexperienced? How about he come to you at 46 and say, I've only been with 2 people my entire life?
Then let's have a conversation about that. That's fine. I mean, that's fine too.
Okay.
Everybody's genitals are their own business. Unless you're sharing it with me. If you and I are touching genitals, then that's when I'm going to be worried about your genitals. Other than that, why the fuck are you worried about where the hell my genitals been? You ain't getting none.
Because men think, well, not all men. Some men believe, it's still the hunt. They're still the alpha. They're still, preying upon the women.
And that's why they can suck my dick and make sure they cup the balls.
Cuff the balls, people. Cuff the motherfucking balls. That's.
You can lick them too. That shit. Pop them in your mouth. No teeth.
There you go. Get the gooch while you're down there.
And that is why. See, y'all want to keep asking why the fuck women prefer to be single because of this stupid ass way of thinking.
You ready for this one?
Oh, God.
Being a housewife is not a reward. Being a woman of leisure is a reward. But that's the same. No, they're not. If you're a woman of leisure, if you are a woman of leisure, you don't have responsibilities. Your responsibility is being a woman of leisure. If you are a housewife, you maintain and you manage the house. That's not a fucking reward. It's a job. Whether it's only 20 hours a week, it's still a job. If you trying to reward me because I was there through the tough times, let me be a woman of leisure. Let me be a kept woman. That is a reward. Rewarding me with washing dishes is not a fucking reward.
She's right. And there is also some intersectionality there sometimes. Right. Thank you, commenter. Because that can be fun too.
But these younger women nowadays are a lot selfish. Not all of them, but some of them. They're a lot selfish. And they're saying, I'm not teaching shit.
Okay. But see, y'all young. Y'all don't know. I'm older. So before I got married, I did get a chance to teach someone something. And let me tell you, when you can mold someone to do exactly what you like. So be selfish if you want to. That's why y'all out here with these selfish ass men. That's why you out here fighting. I know you got a little dick anyway.
So, before you get into it, I'm going to tell you, when she said woman of leisure, and in the manner of tone she said woman of leisure, I instantly thought prostitution. I'm not
no.
I know.
No.
I know. But I'm just saying how she said it, she sounded like she's a prostitute.
Okay. No. What she was saying is the difference between being a housewife and being a woman of leisure. And I fully understand her. And there is some intersectionality between those two sometimes.
Okay.
So, a housewife is a woman who stays at home and runs the house and raises the children while the man brings in all the money. That is a housewife. Now, A woman of leisure is a woman who doesn't have to work. The man takes care of everything, and she does whatever the hell she wants to do. She's at the spa. She's having brunch with the ladies. She's getting facials. She's going shopping, all of that kind of shit. Now, the intersectionality between those two is if you're pulling in enough money, you got nannies and shit to help you with the kids and all that, and you can be a lady of leisure and a housewife because you're supervising the people that you've hired to do the housewife part of it, if that makes sense. But being at home, being a housewife is a full-time fucking job. It really fucking is. And if you're actually raising your children, that's a full-time job. But since recitals is a weight thing, y'all don't know no shit about raising no children and don't know how hard and how much of a fucking job it is.
Natasha says, wanting to be a woman of leisure means I get to enjoy my life without responsibilities.
Exactly. That's what the
leisure means.
Leisure means. Exactly. That's what leisure means. It's literally the definition of leisure.
So basically, she wants to be a reality TV star.
Not
that's how they perceive. That's how they perceive themselves over there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to be able to, they get up in the morning and their husband's getting ready for work and they're seeing them off. Well, what are you going to do today, honey? Oh, I have lunch with the girls. And then I'm going to get a facial and go to the spa. And, maybe we'll hit rodeo or whatever the fuck. Dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck a woman of leisure does because I've worked all my life.
Right. Okay.
But, not having responsibilities.
She doesn't want to come home and take care of her family.
No. She may not even want to have a family. Shit.
Okay. There you go. That's what I was trying to get to.
But if she does, she wants to have nannies.
Right. Yeah. So like she doesn't want kids. She don't want that. She just me, my husband, you work, I play,
and spend the money. Because that's the thing. The woman of leisure part of it is she's got to be able to spend the money.
Gotcha. So she want a sugar daddy.
Well, yes and no.
Sometimes, but you don't have to get the sugar up all the time. Okay. Being on TV is a job, and they always are. Yes, they are. My woman of leisure role would be very low key.
Fair.
There you go.
I just feel like I'm gonna work hard enough to make myself a woman of leisure so I don't have to deal with his bullshit. Because a lot of times when the man is bringing in all the money, they think they in charge and they're in control and they could tell you what the fuck to do. And if you know me, you should not be trying to tell me what to do. It doesn't go well.
See, when I hear that, I'm thinking like She by Sheree, like how she was dependent on that man for so long, and then when he finally left, she had nothing. Like,
why would you set up for that?
See what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I mean. Like, if I had a daughter, like I would instill work in her, like so she won't get left like that. Because being a woman of leisure, that's the con. Like, you can end up with nothing, and then you got to hoe a little bit to get back to woman of leisure status.
And this is why these men have certain men or whatever, this conversation that's going on about these independent women being so masculine and whoop-de-whoop. No, you want me to be dependent on you so that you can control everything, so that when you walk away, I'll be devastated and left with nothing. No, fuck you, because I'm not that girl. I'll be damned if I'm going to depend on somebody else. So again, don't forget to cup the balls.
So a dependent woman, see, that's that whole submissive conversation that was played out like 6 months ago. But you have to have some type of independence of yourself. Like my mom taught me that, like she was like, don't depend on nobody because you don't know what can happen. Their feelings can change, and then you can be homeless. just like that. That's why when I look at them, like, you know, I want to be a woman of leisure. I want to do this, you know, fly me out, do this, that, and the third. Like,
that's why I said you guys set yourselves up for that shit. So homegirl who got flued out didn't want to have sex, and then he said, "Fuck it, he ain't flying you back." Well, bitch,
Right.
what did you think he was flying you out for?
Exactly.
You knew what the fuck he was flying you out for.
And then she talked crazy to me. I can fly myself back home. And he was like, okay.
Well, then do it and shut up.
Right. And then he left her there, and she was mad that he left her there. Like,
So fly yourself back home. You look stupid.
Yeah. And now you're on all the blogs.
So
Getting stuck.
even if I do have somebody who decides they want to fly me out, I'm gonna make sure that if anything goes sideways, I can take care of me.
You supposed to.
Nigga, you ain't flying me out somewhere and I'm gonna be at your mercy in some other fucking place somewhere. If you don't, cup the balls.
My mama, you know, back in the day when there were payphones, my mama was like, hey, take this quarter. Like, nigga, I don't care. Like, you gonna be able to call somebody. Like, it's not
Have some taxi money.
You know
Make
what I
sure
mean?
you got your bus pass.
Mhm.
Whatever the fuck. My uncle taught me when I was still in high school how to palm a fucking razor so that I would be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a girl walking around.
Exactly. So
I don't even know if my daddy knew his brother taught me that.
he probably did. We don't tell parents that. We just learn that. Don't worry.
I mean, daddy taught me how to shoot a gun, but my uncle
See?
taught me how to palm a razor. So
Yeah, that's more personal. So I like it.
right.
We don't do any of this, people. We don't do any of this. As much.
Hey, it's all self-defense. I do not like to start no shit with nobody.
I
do
damn
not.
sure will finish it. I tell you that shit.
Hey, don't come at me. That's it. Like, I'm gonna leave people alone, and if people leave me alone, we all gonna be good.
Mhm.
If you don't leave me alone, you're gonna get a warning, and then it's on.
So, did you see the video of South Africa, the pool incident?
I did.
Okay. For those who don't know, I will not pull up the video because I'm lazy.
It's triggering.
Yeah. So these two African children jumped in a pool that was deemed white only, and two grown South African men began to attack the children, pulling their hair, choking them. I think I saw one throw a punch. To get them out the pool, just to get them out the pool. And for those who know, racism is very, very real in South Africa, very real. And but I guess the silver lining of it all, I think next day or the day after, his family, his people, his village came and they danced and they sung and they jumped in the pool. It was probably it looked like about 20, 30 people jumped in the pool, I guess in protest of the racism that took place.
But when it's 20, 30 grown men and women coming out there, y'all ain't choking nobody, are you?
Right.
Pussy ass bitches.
Yep. And
Y'all always want to attack children.
People in my comments are like, the song and dance is okay, but hands should have been laid. How do you feel?
So I don't know how the laws and things work there, but with the race, are they still under apartheid?
Apartheid's over.
So I don't know. I feel like this was their way of doing a peaceful protest, and I approve of how it was done, because I feel like if you come back and you attacking motherfuckers, like you're just adding gasoline to the fire.
Right.
It's racist there. These are white people who obviously feel like they can do this kind of thing. What you don't want is a fucking mob coming after y'all and unaliving y'all. So I feel like that was a good way of what would be the equivalent of us having a march and a protest. And you know what I mean? It was just lit because goddamn it, Africans and drums and fucking melanin, bitch.
Yeah, that was wild. Like to see Because the one dude, he had a cigarette in his mouth while he was choking the kid. I'm like, so I mean, you was over there chilling, and you just got up out your rest because the black kid was in the water, as opposed to just saying, "Get your black ass out the water." Like that's all.
Y'all just really need to go ahead and admit that y'all know that black people are fucking amazing, and you keep fucking targeting the children because you don't want them to become fully grown amazing black people who are fucking amazing. Just go on and say that, because we know.
We've been there.
So go on and admit your bullshit. Oh, but white people don't take accountability. They don't do responsibility or self-reflection. So no,
they don't.
I mean, not all white people.
Yeah, some
but
do.
You know what I mean.
I have quite a few white friends, and I love y'all to death. And you know who you are. Some of y'all could choke y'all, but you know who you are too.
I'm just saying, nobody's a monolith, so
right.
Obviously not all. But I'm just saying, people with that kind of a mentality, that's what the fuck your problem is, and you need to go on ahead and just say that.
Yeah. And I believe that is it. R.I.P. to Pele.
Oh yeah, I heard that this morning.
Yep. R.I.P. to Vivian. What's her name? Vivian Westwood. Fashion icon of the 70s and 80s.
Really?
Yep.
Didn't hear about that one.
Yep.
Oh.
I heard that after the Pele. I'm a sports guy, so I heard Pele first. So,
okay.
But yeah.
But we were talking about Pele right before I came on live. My bestie. Yep. She's Mexican. She loves soccer.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Pele. He is the Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson
of soccer.
Yeah, he is the logo of soccer. Like anybody who's like big in your sport that you like, that's what Pele was to soccer. And soccer is worldwide, so you can imagine how big he is.
Right, because only in America do we call it soccer. It's actually football.
Yep.
But being American, we had to make our own football.
Of course.
And that's why it's called soccer in America. Yeah. Everywhere else, it's football.
And they make fun of us because we use our hands. So, yeah.
Wow. We're also the only people that use the fucking imperial system. So,
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. Can I just tell you? Okay, so you know that I am out of the country.
Yes.
For everybody watching, I'm currently in Japan. My best friend in the whole wide world lives in Japan. She's been here for 11 years. I am here for Christmas and New Year's with my chosen fam. She is my soulmate. If you don't know, your soulmate can be platonic. This person is my soulmate. We share a brain.
I need a lottery.
Fucking so, all of that to say, wait, I lost my train of thought. What were we? Oh, okay. So she had her birthday party the other night, and over here she teaches English, and so she has a lot of people that are also not Japanese that live here because they come here to teach English because it's a very good living here if you are a native English speaker.
My cousin used to do that.
Yeah, and it in a lot of the Asian countries they do it. They do it in Korea, they do it in Thailand, and really all you have to do is be a native English speaker and have a college degree. And you can do it. So one of the guys that she works with is from Australia, from Melbourne. Mm-hmm. And as we were sitting, we're all drinking and talking and whatever. And he started asking me questions about, why, all lives matter is an issue. Why, and not in a, it was a very respectful and very, we really had a good conversation. But as we're talking and as I'm explaining things to him and I'm realizing he's from Melbourne and he lives in Japan, he's never been to the States.
Yeah.
And so meeting people from outside of the States who don't know what it's like growing up in the States, they're fucking mind blown.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about something and he was like, yeah, well, and I love Melbourne because it's my, my hometown and blah, blah, blah. He's like, but blah, 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 blah. And I go, but were you raised being told that your country was the greatest country in the world? Because we were.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, really? They like, and I'm like, yes.
Brainwashed.
There is a pledge. You pledge allegiance from the time you're a small child. Like, yes, this is how we are raised. Like, and he was mind blown at, like, of course they hear the stories and things, but like to know that we really are like constantly dealing with like school shootings and the all of that kind of stuff. It's unheard of in other countries.
Yeah.
Completely unheard of.
Yeah.
Now I got here, I had a layover in Tokyo before I got to where I am. I'm in Matsuyama. But because I arrived on Christmas Eve, there wasn't a flight out that night to Matsuyama. It's like from Tokyo to Matsuyama is like flying from LA to San Francisco. It's like an hour and a half. And so when I got into Tokyo, it was the evening of Christmas Eve. And so there weren't any flights out that night. I had to stay overnight and fly out early in the morning on Christmas morning. I get to Tokyo and I got lost. I took the wrong train, all kinds of shit, right?
Right.
4 hours, my best friend is freaking the fuck out because she knows my plane has landed and I haven't reached out to her yet. But I can't reach out to her until I get to the hotel because I got to connect to the Wi-Fi. 4.5 hours it took. But in all that time, and even with my anxiety, because at home, I would have been freaking the fuck out. I probably would have had a panic attack on the street. But here, people don't have guns. Not even the police. There's not homeless people. There's not mental health issues because they have universal hair care. You know what I mean? Hair care, health care. And so, like, literally, I'm walking on the street in a city I don't know, where I don't know the language at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just fine.
Yeah.
And so these people do not understand. Like, they can't fathom.
Yeah. Yeah, I've spoken to people about that very topic, Caucasians and other races, about the anxiety of just going places is different for us. Walking into a store and you feel obligated to buy something just so they don't look at you as if you were stealing something. Like we can't just walk in the store and be like, I don't want this, and then walk back out. No,
and the thing here is, because people were telling me, they're like, oh, well, people are racist everywhere.
They are.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So people only know what they know. Racism is full-on ignorance because they don't know any better, right?
Right.
So here, no, they don't know any better. The difference is they're not a rude-ass people. So what you'll get is you'll get people staring at you, but it's not animosity. It doesn't make you feel like you're a threat. It's very curious because they don't know, but they're a very intellectual people. So when they're staring at you, it's more like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a totally different feeling. Yes, I am constantly being stared at because I'm very out of place here. Yeah. I'm walking around, especially if it's not cold out and I got my like tattoos and shit. Like they don't really do that kind of shit.
Okay.
Like we were talking about, my bestie's mom wanted to go to like the hot springs, but you get naked when you go to the hot springs.
Okay.
Right? Me and my bestie, Erica, we can't go because we have tattoos. So that kind of traditional type stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, like I feel no danger whatsoever. None. When you're drunk and disorderly in the street, do you know how the police handle that shit?
How?
They come out and wrap you in a futon, carry you off, and take you so that you can sleep it off and go home in the morning.
I love it.
If you're out and you're drunk, but you're not disorderly, they get your ID and they make sure you get home.
That's awesome.
So, like, it's just George, the level that my anxiety has come down just being here is fucking amazing. I go outside. I walked to the fucking corner at 11 o'clock last night just because. And they don't have street lights. It was pitch black as fuck.
Homie? You ain't worried about the set, cuz?
Ain't worried about shit. Ain't worried about shit because these people are not, that's not how they handle their, America's fucked up.
You don't get a random, where you from?
Nope. And it's even better when you encounter children.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, people here learn English.
Right.
That's why the foreigners are all teaching English, because the Japanese learn English, because when they go to college level, there's like a test you have to take for your English proficiency and all this kind of stuff. Japanese people are like taught from young to be bilingual Japanese English. And so when I'm out with Erica and we're talking and we're speaking English and you get those curious stares from little kids, they're little kids. So they may come running up and go, oh, English, I speak English. They're like excited.
Right.
Because here are two native English speakers speaking what they've been learning and they get excited. Right. It's a we get stared at a lot, but it's a totally different feeling. It's a totally different feeling.
I'll probably have anxiety just not knowing why they're staring at me. Like,
well, but that's why I say you have to understand that it's just different, because this is going to sound terrible, but it's somewhat true. All Japanese people look alike, right? In the features and in the colors and in the way that their hair is and in the, like, they're Japanese.
Yeah.
So Erica is Mexican, but she's pale as fuck. Mm-hmm. She's like almost allergic to the sun. But she speaks Japanese, she speaks Spanish, she speaks Portuguese, and she speaks English. Oh, and so, like she just, and she's also like one of the best people I've ever known in my life. So she's very outgoing and she's one of those people that people are drawn to. Mm-hmm. And so she is one of those people where when they're curious and they, and she'll talk to them and everything like, hey, you know what I mean? When I first came, I was like, fuck, people are staring the first time I came. And she was explaining it to me. She's like, you have to remember, Japan only opened their borders to foreigners like 150 years ago.
Right.
So they're still learning. But the difference is etiquette dictates a politeness and you know what I mean? They don't know, but they're not assholes about it.
Right. Okay.
And guns are not a thing here unless you live unless you're in where they do like the hunting and shit. And then it's only a certain kind of rifle, and the rigorous like checks and stuff that they have to go through to even get that is like ridiculous off the charts. Like they have to do a mental health screen, like a rigorous mental health screening. They can only have so much ammo. There's only certain areas where they can have the gun. Like it's not the rare occasion that you get somebody. Yeah. In the rare occasion that you get somebody that's mentally ill out there tripping, you might get a stabbing. And apparently those don't happen so often that the last time they heard of a stabbing here was a couple years ago.
Oh,
like,
wow. Okay.
It's very different. It's very, very different. And not having my anxiety feels super fucking weird, but it's amazing.
See, now, you done sold. I'm trying to go visit now.
Man, come visit. I'm telling you. And Erica, whoever's family to me is family to her. So you can come and stay in her big ass house. You can even stay in my room. This is my bedroom. It just has no furniture in it right now.
That's fine. I don't need no furniture.
I have a bedroom in her house.
There you go. Okay. So y'all might see Pablo in Japan, baby.
All right. And be like, Erica, I'm gonna send Pablo. He's gonna come see you. And she'll be like, okay, tell him he can come stay at my house. Does he drink? Okay. She's gonna want to know all the questions so that she knows where to take you and what to show you.
Gotcha. I'll tell you one thing. If one Japanese person call me LeBron James, I'm milking it. You know,
they're not gonna call you LeBron James. They're not. They won't. They won't.
I take his hat off, they will. They're like, oh yeah, LeBron James.
But I'm telling you, you will have a very, very fun conversation with her Australian friend Matt. He is awesome, and he is
nice,
extremely smart and very curious about things that he knows nothing about.
I'm kind of upset with you because you should have recorded that. That could have been an episode for you.
Well, it was after a party and we were drunk and I didn't even think about it and it kind of happened. You know, it just kind of happened.
That could have been episode 3 right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but the level of drunkenness that was happening at that point, I don't know that I wanted to show that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it was, Erica turned 40 in October. This was her milestone, and she waited to have her party until December when me and her mom would be here.
Oh, okay.
So
awesome.
it was, yeah, the level of drunkenness I don't think I would have wanted to show. It was a fucking blast, trust.
Love it,
but
love it.
Shots. Yeah. And I bartended, so.
Oh boy. Okay, yep. All right. That's all I need to know.
So
well, people, this has been another wonderful, absolutely wonderful episode of Thursday Night Live. This is the end of the year. You know what I mean? Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy belated Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa to everybody that's celebrating Kwanzaa. All that good
Hanukkah
stuff.
And all that good stuff.
Yep, all that good stuff.
Gotta get all the holidays in there. Winter solstice.
Yep, winter solstice for Natasha over there.
December. If you don't celebrate any holidays, happy December.
You know what I mean? Happy December. Happy Thursday. You know, for those.
Well, it's
happy
Friday.
For happy Friday for you. But happy Thursday for everybody else. Yeah, tell the people where they can find you at, ma'am.
Hey. This is Christina McCrary. That's where you can find me on Facebook, aka Xtina McCrazy. She's a lot more fun. You can find her on IG and TikTok. On IG and TikTok. My podcast is on hiatus right now, but McCrazy's Place can be found on both YouTube and IG. Also on my YouTube at McCrazy's Place, I put these Thursday Night Lives on a playlist, so you can find those here too, because I am your co-host who brings the fuckery on Thursday nights.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. And you know who I am. I'm George Pablo the Jester, all that good stuff.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, Jester's Lighthouse. It's baby butter, all that good stuff. Buy some oils, please. It's wintertime. You know your face ashy. Come on.
I don't think that's a good selling point, sir.
It's not, but hey,
not to call people ashy face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ladies, if your man needs the ashy, that means he's faithful. So go get some oil for him, all right?
Oh my God.
No, I heard that. I heard that if your man's knees and elbows are ashy, that means he's faithful. If they're oiled up without you telling them, you're trying to look good for somebody. So yeah.
That's interesting.
Little note from Pablo.
Hey.
But you can find me on Tequila and Champagne. We drop every Friday. You can find me on Toxicology Report. We drop every Saturday. You can find me on Questions. Season 3 is coming. You may see Miss McCrazy on there for season 3 of Questions. You can also find me running this whole conglomerate of ours.
SMG Podfather.
Absolutely. And I think last time we made an announcement. This time we have another announcement. Coming to SMG, the Potty Mouth Podcast. Sex talk, sex advice, sex everything while consuming the most delectable edibles and marijuana plants. Based out of California. Shout out to Courtney. Yes, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I see your face. I got you. Shout out to Courtney. She will be joining next year. It's official. It's in stone. I am super proud. I am super excited about that podcast. So stay tuned for that.
I am intrigued.
Yes.
And I love that it's out here on the West Coast. We got some more fam out here now.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm saying that like I'm at home, but you know what I mean.
Will you be back before the 6th?
No, I will be broadcasting next week from here as well.
Okay, because on the 6th they're having the the watch party for the first 3 episodes. So,
I'm sorry, I'll miss that. No, I'm not back until mid-January.
okay.
I made it a thing.
Nice, good job. So yeah, you can catch us everywhere. Stay tuned for the new podcast. And until next time, I bid you all adieu.
Spread kind.
Go ahead.
I was saying, spread kindness and love. See you next week.
Man.
On track, now we gon' way up.